Moving on now, 40% of animals, 34% of plants in the United States are now at risk of extinction, says leading conservation research group Nature Reserve. The research added that 41% of the ecosystems are facing collapse. Among the species that are at risk of disappearing, the carnivorous Venus flytrap, which is only found in the wild in a few counties in North and South Carolina. Our next report has all the details. Take a look.
A huge chunk of plants and animals in the United States are facing extinction. Leading conservation research group NatureServe found that 40% of animals and 34% of plants are at risk of dying out, while 41% of ecosystems are facing a total collapse.
When you have a habitat and species start going extinct or becoming smaller in number, eventually that can cause the collapse of that habitat type.
Everything from crayfish and cacti to iconic American species such as the Venus flytrap are in danger of disappearing. A new report by NatureServe analyzed data from its network of over 1,000 scientists across the US and Canada. NatureServe Vice President of Data, Regan Smith, says freshwater mussels are also among the species at risk of extinction.
These are not species most people get excited about, but they play really important roles within the ecosystems. They're what filters the water and keeps it clean. If you care about going fishing with your son or your daughter, you're going to care about having clean, dynamic rivers. The fish that live in those rivers depend on that ecosystem service that those mussels provide.
Importantly, the report pinpoints the most affected areas in the country. California, Texas, and the southeastern US are where the highest percentages of plants, animals, and ecosystems are at risk. The report found that the threats are varied but include habitat degradation and land conversion, invasive species, damming and polluting of rivers, and climate change. NatureServe President Sean O'Brien.
You won't have things to hunt and fish if their ecosystems are degraded, or if the rivers are polluted, or if somebody clears the land that the elk depend on.
Calling the conclusions of the report terrifying, O'Brien hopes it will help lawmakers understand the urgency of passing protections and show state governments the gaps between protected lands and areas that need protecting.
You know, it's much easier to poach on lands that aren't being guarded than on lands that are. And so putting protected areas around species that are really at risk could potentially reduce poaching.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.